Reimagining Success, Episode 5. You're listening to Reimagining Success, the podcast where we help you reimagine your future, designing a life and career beyond the 9 to 5 that allows you the freedom, flexibility and fulfillment that you've been dreaming of. I'm your host, Anna Lundberg. Now, let's get started on those dreams. Hello there, this is Anna Lundberg, and I'm the founder of One Step Outside, where we help people around the world create a business and build a lifestyle that brings you more freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment. And I hope you're having or have had a fabulous Christmas with your friends and family as we're getting to the very end of the year 2018. Now, before I go any further, if you haven't yet set your goals for the new year, don't worry at all. Please relax, enjoy. However, if you're interested and you want to get a head start on 2019 with your goals, then you do still have the opportunity to join my webinars. Now, I have 2 webinars for you, one which is a general life goals session, and the second which is specifically for those of you who are already in business to do your annual review. So first of all, Reimagining Success in 2019. You can sign up to that one at onestepoutside.com/2019. That's onestepoutside.com/2019. And then the second one is Reimagining Success in Your Business in 2019. And that one you can find at onestepoutside.com/2019biz. So /2019biz. And of course, as ever, all the links that I'll be giving you will be in the show notes as well. But it is success in your business that I want to talk about today. So since leaving my corporate job in 2013, I've been reimagining what success looks like for me. Of course, that's the whole topic of this podcast. And I've been helping others do the same. So I've really come to believe that setting up your own business is the best way to have that freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment that so many of us crave. And working for yourself means breaking out of the so-called corporate 9 to 5 and running your own business. But a lot of people I speak to don't relate to the label entrepreneur. You may not even think of yourself as owning a business. So I want to emphasize here that this for me really encompasses everything, including freelancing, consulting, coaching, as well as the more traditional entrepreneurial business type of selling products and certainly selling services to different clients. And the contrast being that you're running that business rather than just working full-time or even part-time working for one employer. Now, in running your own business, you can choose what kind of work you can do, who you work with, when you work, where you work. You can choose to take time off when you need to or want to, or you can step things up and work harder when you need to do that. You can work from home so that you don't have to waste time commuting into an office in the city. You can choose the projects you work on. You can say no when it's not the right fit. And hooray, you don't have a boss to tell you what to do and when. And all this means that you have that freedom and the flexibility to choose how you work and the fulfillment that also comes with creating a business that you absolutely love and really care deeply about. However, as much as there is more to success than money, part of breaking out of the corporate 9 to 5 is also about breaking away from that steady salary that you've been used to. It would be very naive of me to claim that money doesn't matter in business. Financial freedom is absolutely key to running a successful business and, of course, a comfortable lifestyle. And the last thing you want to do is become one of the many struggling freelancers that we hear about, that cliché of the feast or famine, or the hustling entrepreneurs who are working late into the night and still have failed businesses, the 9 out of 10 businesses that fail, or whatever the latest statistic is, not to mention failed health and failed relationships. So for me, to be honest, this has been a lesson hard learned, and my relationship with money and business financials has very much evolved over time. As a full-time employee, I had a steady salary and one that was very generous, so I was lucky there. I had few outgoings, I had no mortgage, children, car, and so on. To be honest, I barely paid attention to the amount that was arriving in my bank account each month, what taxes were being taken off and so on. And when I got a salary increase, I thought, that's nice. And I just kept working and living as I had before. When I first quit, again, I was incredibly lucky to have a strong network and an attractive and competitive profile that meant that I was really in demand for digital marketing consulting roles, which is what I was doing initially. And I got a number of large contracts with big name companies right away. So in fact, although I had some expenses, of course, in terms of website hosting and so on with a new business, I was actually soon earning more than I had in my full-time job, which I think is unusual. However, again, I soon realized that this wasn't why I'd quit my job. It was a step in the right direction. And I definitely had more freedom and flexibility as I was the one deciding which clients to take on, and I set my own rates, while I was also able to travel between contracts. But I was still tied to what was effectively a full-time, albeit temporary, job, committing to being in the client's office every day, Monday to Friday, if not more. And then I went through what I like to call my hippie phase, when I effectively turned my back on my expertise and experience in business and marketing, and I took my consulting on the road. I wanted to be location independent, so I travelled while I worked on my blog. I certified to be a coach. I actually completed my 2-year coach training in just 6 months, and I had my new website up right away. But like many, I think, coming out of these coach trainings, I was naively optimistic, shall we say, and thinking that the clients would simply follow as a result. Because as they say, just because you build it does not mean that they will come. So I was very much eating through my savings while I continued to do some consulting projects that gave me more money. And I simply trusted that the business would eventually come, the clients would come. And I was writing on my blog. I had some email sequences set up. I experimented with webinars and videos. And don't get me wrong, although I was traveling, I am incredibly self-motivated and I was working very hard during that time. But I wasn't at all being consistent. I was taking quite a scattergun approach. I was following every possible entrepreneurship guru I could find online, consuming all their free content, and I wasn't really sticking to any particular strategy long enough for it to work effectively. And it's really in the last couple of years or so that I've come back down to earth, as it were, and taken the business seriously as exactly what it is, a business. And so I've evolved and applied my own strategic frameworks that I learned and developed in my career at Procter & Gamble in my own business. I've partnered with a coach who is several years ahead of me in the process, and I'm showing up consistently every day, every week as I implement that strategy to achieve my goals. I'm super focused now and with a really clear understanding of who I am, what I do. I'm packaging my services to address needs that I'm hearing from prospects, people in my group and so on. And I'm proactively managing my personal brand and marketing across different channels online. And I think it's not just me, I hope it's not just me who experienced this so-called hippie phase. Maybe you aren't as naive as I was. But the truth is that even when you've succeeded in establishing your business, the basics, the fundamentals, you've got all those in place, you've been making some sales, things inevitably take longer than you realise, and you may not be making enough yet to replace your previous or your current full-time salary to go all in this business. You're probably relying on passive tactics like word of mouth to get clients. Word of mouth is great, but you're very much dependent on other people. You're not really in control. And you're not generating that steady flow of clients that is going to give you a reliable income stream. To be successful in your business, you need sales, and that means you need clients. So all this to say that as much as I talk about reimagining success and getting the fundamentals in place, defining your strategy, working on your mindset and all those incredibly important things, the much more tangible client generation piece needs to be a big focus in your business. Okay, so how do you generate clients if you even can generate clients? In order to have a sustainable business that allows you to live and work according to your own definition of success, you need to be consistently attracting the right kinds of clients who value your work and are willing and able to pay you for it, which is pretty important. This is a business, not a charity. And that means knowing, of course, who those right kinds of clients are. It means being able to package and position yourself and your services in a way that demonstrates your value in an incredibly crowded market generally. And it means communicating that clearly with a proactive marketing plan that's going to get you in front of those people, the right people at the right time with the right message. And you may well be busy all the time, just as I was, but that doesn't mean that you're focusing on the right things. And if you're not focusing on the right things, you may well be creating problems for yourself in the future because you're going to get stuck in a constant cycle of chasing clients and scrambling for more sales. So with all this in mind, as we near the end of the year, I'm going to give you an opportunity to kickstart your business already in January. And I want to give you a sneak preview of this already now, since we are going to get started straight away on Sunday, the 6th of January, with a 5-day challenge over in the One Step Outside Facebook group. So I'm really excited to invite you to this. This is my 4th challenge I'm running over in the group. The first, of course, for 2019. And it's incredibly tangible, concrete, practical to set you up for success in 2019 in your business. And so this is the Client Generation Bootcamp, again, over in the One Step Outside Facebook group. It's a 5-day bootcamp, free, of course, that's going to help you package your offer to really stand out again in that oversaturated, crowded market, to get started proactively marketing online to attract clients to you rather than having to go out chasing them or passively sitting around and hoping they're just going to come as and when they do, you take on work. And ultimately, this is going to help you generate the sales you need in the weeks, months, and years to come. And in fact, maybe I realized I should have called the challenge the Client Attraction Bootcamp, because we're not just generating clients here out of thin air, but we're attracting clients to you and your offer. So there's a lot of work I do with my clients. And again, I hinted at that a few minutes ago in terms of really getting the strategic frameworks in place, the brand strategy, the content strategy, thinking of who your client is, how you're going to reach them and so on. But this bootcamp is going to be super, super practical, tactical for you to already get some things that you can implement right away, that you'll feel more confident, more in control, and you can, again, start 2019 as you mean to go on and get those clients coming into your business, both with short-term and long-term strategies. So the way this works is running from Sunday, the 6th of January to Thursday, 10th of January. So there's really no time to lose. And in fact, I'll give you the sign up link now, onestepoutside.com/get clients. So you can sign up at onestepoutside.com/get clients. And again, running from Sunday the 6th to Thursday the 10th, there's going to be live sessions in the Facebook group every day. So 8 o'clock UK time. Now, of course, if you can't turn up live, you can watch the recordings. You'll still be able to ask questions. I'll respond as soon as I'm awake in my own time zone. But of course, it's really valuable to show up on time with everybody else because you get the energy and excitement and the dynamic of bouncing off other people as well. And you're going to get very concrete action steps, as I said. So sort of 5 to 10 minutes, very manageable homework. Doesn't sound fun, does it? But hopefully something that's going to really help you implement what you learn, something very practical and tangible, again, to apply what I'm telling you about in the live coaching session in your particular business. There will also be an opportunity to share that homework in the group, and for everybody who does so, there'll be prizes to reward the action takers. So prizes every day, and as well as an overall scholarship at the end of the week that I'll tell you more about as well. And there will also be, after those 5 days of content, there's going to be plenty of bonus sessions in the following days with more tips on what to do next and opportunities to work with me if you feel that actually, you understand now sort of what you need to do, but it's all very new to you and you would really love some help in taking this forward. Of course, if you can go off and do it yourself, fantastic. And I'll let you sail off into the sunset with those tools and strategies that you've learned in the bootcamp. So again, the Client Generation Bootcamp, you can sign up at onestepoutside.com/get clients. And there'll be more information on this in the next episode in January, but I did just want to put it out there already because there will only be a few days when we start in January before we kickstart the year and get back into business. So the Client Generation Bootcamp, to really help you kickstart your business in 2019, get those concrete strategies that are going to allow you to generate clients in the weeks, months and years to come. As I said, one more time, onestepoutside.com/get clients. Now, since it is the end of the year, I did want to say a massive thank you to everybody, to you, first of all, who are listening to this. I really appreciate your trust in giving me your time, your ears, the fact that you're taking your very precious time, I know you're busy, to listen to this new podcast. I really appreciate it. I hope you're getting value from it already, and I hope you will continue to do so in the new year as we build on what we've started with and take this further. Of course, I'd love to hear from you how you're enjoying the podcast. If you're loving what you're hearing, please, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a rating and review on iTunes or whatever your podcast app would be. That would be really helpful to allow other people to find the podcast as well and to help it to grow. You can also reach me at podcast@onestepoutside.com. So podcast@onestepoutside.com with any questions, suggestions, ideas for content that you'd love to see based on things that I've already talked about, based on things that you're struggling with in your business and your life and so on. So I would love to create content that's really responding to you and your questions. But again, massive thank you for listening. Thank you also, of course, to all my clients, the individual clients, group clients this year, everybody who's been in the One Step Outside Facebook community this year with me and who've watched the group grow and become more engaging as well, which has been fantastic. Everybody who's bought the book, Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, thank you so much. Everybody who I've spoken to in any shape or form in 2018, a massive thank you from me. I've had a fantastic year and I hope you have too. And I can't wait to interact with you and work with you in some way or another in 2019. So thank you so much for listening. Again, enjoy these last couple of days of 2018 because this is going out just before the end of the year, so 27th of December. And I'll be back next week, early Jan, to talk more about the bootcamp and to give you more value, more content, more strategies to help you get started on the right foot in 2019. So again, a massive thank you for listening. All the best. Every success in 2019, whatever that means for you. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to Reimagining Success with Anna Lundberg. If you're looking for support and encouragement as you begin to reimagine success in your life, then come on over and join us in the One Step Outside Facebook group. You'll find like-minded people who will cheer you on, as well as free training sessions and lots more. To join, visit onestepoutside.com/community or just search for One Step Outside on Facebook. I'll see you over there.